Hello, welcome to this module. In this module, we'll be explaining to us how we can get started to create an ad on Facebook just from your PC. In the last module, I told you about how you can create ads from your mobile device. So now I'm going to go straight up to how you can create it from your PC by going to your browser. If you go to your Chrome browser, you go over straight up to business.facebook.com. So this takes you basically to Meta Business Suite. So you go to business.facebook.com, right? It loads you to what? The Meta Business Suite. Now, if you are new to Facebook, okay, you're going to have a different interface from this, where you have that. But the truth about it, the major thing there is, there are things that you must look out for. We have what we call the all tools. So when you have gone to your Meta Business Suite, right, look out for this tray dash here. It's called all tools, and you click on it. When you click on all tools, it will take you down to all tools. Then you're going to locate Ads Manager. So you locate Ads Manager. Coming down here, we have Ads Manager here. All right. So this is Ads Manager. So I click on Ads Manager. So when I click on Ads Manager, it will take me to my campaign, where I will now click on what? Create. So you click on Create. Now, if you look at this interface, now you look up here, we have what we call the ad account. If you look at this is called like an account number. What's an ad account? Ad account is basically like an account platform where you manage your ads. It's just like you pay money to a particular ad account and using the ad account to run ads. So when you come to this interface, you see where I have Create, right? So you click on Create. All of these ones are adverts that are already done, both draft and active ads. Okay, so I click on Create. So when I click on Create, the first thing it's going to take me to, it's what? The campaign objective. The campaign objective is very, very important while running your ads. Now we have different campaign objectives as outlined in your Meta Business Suite. We have awareness, we have traffic, we have engagement, we have leads, we have app promotion, and we have sales. Now, let me take them one after the other. For awareness, if you want to show ads to people that most likely remember them, for instance, you are making awareness of a particular event you are trying to do, then you can make use of this objective. If you want to do ads that people will chat you on WhatsApp or get calls or go over to your landing page or your website, then traffic objective will be very fine for you. Then engagement, if you want people to engage in a particular post of yours or have video views or promote your page, right, or get event responses, engagement objective will also be very good. They have leads. If you want to get people's details like their contact through contact forms, you make use of the leads objective. App promotion. If you want people to install an app that you have created, all right, have app installs or app events, then you go app what? Promotion objective. Then the last one, if you want people to visit your e-commerce store and make conversion and make purchases, all right, you make use of the sales objective. So basically, we're going to be making use of the traffic objective in this particular video to show us how you can get people to chat with you on WhatsApp. So I go over and click on traffic, and when I click on traffic, I click on continue. Now it takes me to choose a campaign setup. Now we have what we call the manual traffic campaign setup and then the recommended or tailored message campaign setup. Now, for this first one, you can quickly create campaign that Facebook has already optimized, all right? But in the second one, you use manual traffic campaign. Both times, I will prevent you use the manual traffic campaign so that you can tweak things in your ad. So I click on manual traffic campaign and I continue. Okay, now it takes me here. It takes me to my campaign setup. Now, if you look at your campaign setup, we have 3 pages here. We have the campaign, we have the traffic ad set, and we have the ad. Now, the first part, which is the campaign, basically, this is where you put your campaign name, and also, if this particular ad is basically talking about politics, politics, housing, loans, and all of that, it's in under the special ad categories that you are going to indicate it. There are some particular categories that Facebook does not allow literally, but on this particular location, you are going to what? State it categorically that I'm doing an ad that is related to what? Housing or politics. So give this campaign a name. So I give this campaign a name, October discount. Then I come down, all right? I scroll down, special ad category. I'm not doing an ad that is related to politics or all of those that, or housing or credit or loans or employment. So I will just come down here. I leave this by default. I also leave by default. Now A/B test, if you are running two ad sets in one campaign, then you want to compare two budgets or you want to compare different audience and see which one will work better, you can make use of A/B test. But for instance, I will advise you leave the first page by default. So I correct this. Okay, I call this October discount. Alright, so I go to my next page, which is what my traffic ad set. Alright, so in this page, what we're going to be doing here is basically to set up our ad set. Okay, you can name here or you can leave it by default. So come down to conversion. What conversion means? Conversion means where do you want this ad to direct to? Do you want this ad to go straight up to website? If you see ads that whenever you click on learn more, it will take you straight to a company's website or a brand website. Okay, that is where you click convert a website. But if you want this ad to go to messaging apps like WhatsApp, all right, you make use of messaging apps. If you want this ad to go to calls, somebody can click and say call now. You click on what? Calls. So we're going to use messaging apps because we want to direct this ad to WhatsApp, right? So leave it there. Then you come down here, leave your performance goal as maximum number of link clicks. Then page, you can choose where you have another page, you can click this and then change the page that you want to direct this ad to. Right? So I click on messaging apps, WhatsApp, and then I look at the phone number, the WhatsApp number I want this ad to go to. I can connect one or two WhatsApp number, but I make use of just one to get my result, to get my messaging. Right? So I connect that. Then I come down. The next thing I go over to is budget. Now for budget, we have daily budget and lifetime budget. Now, before you can do ads on Facebook or any digital platform, you must first of all have your budget. Now, what's budget? Budget is the amount of money you intend to spend for a period of time in course of that ad. Now, daily budget is the amount of money you spend every day out of that your budget. For instance, you have a budget of $100. How much are you spending every day? You are spending $2. So in 50 days, you should be able to finish your what? Your $100. So now, daily budget, if you are spending in Naira, let's say we are spending 1,800 Naira, depends on the exchange rate. All right, so how much are you going to spend after a period of days? Okay, now we'll go over to start date. What is the start date and what is your end date? If you want this ad to start for a particular day and end particular day, you have to state it. The start date October 14th, and then they have it set at what? An end date as well. But if you don't want any end date, you can just leave it October 14th and it continues to run. Now you go back to budget and scheduling, you leave it by default. Now audience, this is one of the most critical parts in Facebook marketing or in any form of advert. Audience is very key. Before you run into any ad, first of all, you have to understand what your audience is. What their age, their location, very important. Their age, their location, their interest. You have to first of all understand their age, their location, their interests. Okay. These are very, very important things that you need to click into cognizance. So I come over here, I click on location, all right? So I'm going to remove this from the location, and then I will now choose the location I want to target, all right? Now, if it's a country, you can remove the country and tag, so you can easily target specific areas in your location. So I come over and I search the location in which I want to target. For instance, I want to run ads that will go over to 3 major cities in Nigeria and then 2 other cities in Africa. So what I will do is that I will say I'm going to target Port Harcourt. Okay, and I'll allow it to bring out the prompt and I look at it. Now you have to look at if it is a city or a place. I usually recommend that you make use of what? City for cities. Then if it is a particular area in that city you want to target, you make use of what? Place. So this is a city. I click on city. All right. So I also want to target Abuja. So I search for Abuja and I click on what? Abuja, Federal Capital what? City. All right. And I also want to target Lagos. Okay, Lagos State, Nigeria. Now, if I want to target specific areas in these areas, what I have to do, for instance, in Port Harcourt, I can choose to target specific locations where I am interested in, I can come and I say I'm targeting Rumokoro in Port Harcourt. So I have Rumokoro, it's going to bring out Rumokoro, Rivers State, Nigeria. So I'm going to look for Rumokoro as a place, right? I'll click on Rumokoro as a place. Okay? Now, you've seen that by the time I click on that, it has removed Port Harcourt. Means that Port Harcourt is the general location. So if you want to target specific areas, you have to remove the general location and target the specific areas. Okay? So if I want to target other areas in Port Harcourt, I can say I'm targeting Roma Hollow. Alright, as a place, I look for a particular area, Roma Hollow Road, or Rumokoro Junction, or Roma Hollow Pipeline, and I target that. If I want to target other areas in Port Harcourt, I target them. Now, specificity in targeting is also very important, especially when you are doing a mini targeting of a particular location. You may know those areas well, or by statistics, you know that this particular local government or places in that particular area, location attend so much to touch products. You can specifically target those areas through this means. Or you can simply even make use of dropping of pins. You pick a drop pin and then look for the area you want to target and then drop your pin there, and it will specifically target that particular area. This particular dropping of pin can also help you to target even buildings, even places, okay, specific streets, okay, by using their longitude and latitude. What am I longitude and latitude? Look at this. We have, for instance, I want to target a particular street in Port Harcourt here. I zoom in, I look for, this is East West Road, okay, and this is Rumokoro Flyover. Like this particular street now, I want to target a particular area here. So I can just take my drop in and I drop it over here. It's going to go straight to that particular place. So people that are around that area or in that particular zone must definitely see your ad. That's how you make very good specific targeting, and it's usually very good. I want you to know that. Now, we'll come over after targeting this. I'm not saying choosing of age. I'm not saying any other part of audience definition. So to get those things to show, I look at what, switch to original audience control, and I use original audience. So once I click that, it will now bring me a full view of my audience control. I cannot adjust the age bracket of my audience. I can say, okay, the age limit should be between the age of 20 to 65 years. So I increase this from 18 to 20. I leave it at all genders. Then I will now go over to the interest targeting, the interest, the demographics, and the behavior. Now, what's interest, demographic, and behavior? Simply, now, whenever you go online and you search for a particular product, okay, Facebook takes note of, in fact, the algorithm, takes note of your interest online. That's why sometimes whenever I search for a particular thing, you keep seeing ads that are related to that following to you because you have interest in that. So basically, you are also targeting people that have had interest or that have searched for things that you know are related to what you are selling or what you're advertising. For instance, you want to advertise selling of a particular car. So you know that people that want to buy a car are those who have gone online to search for what cars. So they're interested in cars. They might be interested in what? In transportation. So they're interested in transportation. Alright, so you have that interest in mind. So this is where you come to search for it. Let's say, for instance, you're searching for cars. You click on cars, and then you now look for what? Interest, not employers. Right? Look for what? Interest. So you look for interest, and you what? You put your interest. So I scroll down. I look for cars. Okay, depending on the particular car, but I look for cars. All right, based on interest. Right? So vehicles or all of that. Well, let us look for something else. Let's say, for instance, you want to target people that are interested in technology, or that are just they want to draw an ad for technology or for running of a technology program. You can look for people that are interested in computers. Because people that are interested in computers are interested in what? Technology. So you click computers, computer and electronics, and you target is what? Interest. So you have to build up your audience, know what your audience psychology is, and then use this interest to tell Facebook that these are the kind of people I'm looking for. So it helps people to learn your adverts very fast. Right? So now we'll come down and we can leave it by default all languages. Okay? Now we'll go to placement. Well, what is placement? By default, Facebook and Instagram, by default, Meta will want to send your ads to both Facebook and what? Instagram, because Meta owns Facebook and Instagram. So they always want to leave it at advantage placement. Moreover, if you want to focus basically on Instagram, you can change this from this area by clicking on what? Using manual placement. Instead of using advantage word placement, you make use of what? Manual word placement. When you click on manual placement, it will now bring up all the placements where your ads will go to. So you can unclick Facebook and leave it only for what? Instagram. So that is how you divert your ad from Facebook and Instagram to just what? Instagram. So what this, we're going to always leave it by what? By default in advantage word placement, because from experience it works better to leave it advantage word placement. Alright, so that Facebook will send your ads to both Facebook and Instagram. Now you're done with this particular page. The next part you have to go to is what you call the ad proper. That is where you now do your ad creatives, all your content, your write-ups, all of that. This is where you fix all of this. So we'll go over next to our what? Ad creative. Now before we go that, by virtue of our location targeting, we have an estimated audience of 2 million to 2.4 million, and estimated daily reach of about 2.3 to 6.6 thousand persons, and link clicks of 22.63 to 63. Now this is based on estimation. It may not be actually very much accurate, but it's based on estimation. So you always look out for the population of what you are targeting, which is very key. I advise you let your population not be less than 2 million. Or minimum 1.5 million. Not should not be more than 2 million or minimum 1.5 million. So next we are going to go now is to go over to the next page. We click on what? Next. Alright, so this is the ad proper. Right, you can give it a name or you can leave by default. So you come down and then you've already connected your pages. So what you are focusing here is basically where you put in your word, your content, what persuades people to what? To take action to your product or service. So now we come back to what? Your creative source. We are going to make some manual upload of what? Either image or video. Okay, we are going to now go over to format. Will it be in single video or image or in carousel? Now single image or video means that you're importing just only one image or one video to be in your preview, but carousel means that you have several cards. So for instance, you have different things you are advertising. They can be, one can scroll and then see those products. They make use of what? Carousel. Can have up to 10 cards, but we are going to make use of single image or video. All right, then we'll come down and then we'll go over to what we call the message template. Now what's message template? It's basically an automatic message that pops up when somebody clicks on your what call to action button. What is the message they can send to you? You can customize that. You can change it from hello, can I get more info on this, and hello, I am interested in your product. You click on edit and then you change that. All right, now we'll come down. Okay, before this we are going to talk about what the ad, the creative setup. Where are you going to get your image from? So I click on this and I go over to image ad or video. If I have a video, I go to a video ad. If I have an image, I click on what? Image ad. All right, so we're coming down. All right, we'll have other things that are here, but let us go and get our video first, or our image that we have already created, maybe our content we have already created. Right, so let's I say image. Okay, all right, I can now go and I input my image from my media. I click on add media. All right, it takes me to my library. All right, if I don't have the image here, I can go over to upload and then upload it from my what? From my computer system. Right, let's say for instance I've already uploaded one. I can just get it from here, but I can just go back to my computer system. If I have already saved in my system, I'll click on upload and upload, but I'll go to use of what is already in the computer system. So I say let me just advertise the online program. I pick on this flyer and I drop it into my optimized platform. Now this is optimization, right? So that if it's still image, Facebook optimize it so that it can be able to come off very well in Reels and other placement platforms. So I click on continue to optimize it, and then it is enhanced and done, so that whenever it comes up in Reels and all of that, it will come up as if it's a kind of a moving video, right? For still flyers. But if it is a video, then it will come out that. So now we'll come down. Now understand this: Facebook creatives or content is quite different from what Instagram, especially from Reels, TikTok, because Facebook has its own content image. All right, if you are using an A5 flyer, an A5 flyer will not match a Facebook image or platform. So it's better you make use of what the Facebook post platform. That's why I prefer using Canva. to do your designs, because it gives you accurate measurement. All those things helps for optimization of your creatives. So go back to primary text. In your primary text here, you are going to impute all the beautiful and catchy phrases and sentence that will lure your client to buy your product or to patronize you. Now, when setting up your primary text, you should put in mind that the first sentence should be send your direct message to your client, because people don't have so much time to spend online. So the first sentence is what captivates them to take action in that your particular offering. So for instance, you want to send somebody to buy an online course or to register for an online program. So don't need to start beating around the bush and going to say in this and that and that. So just go straight to the point. Okay, what benefit do they make when they take this particular course? Okay, get good jobs, okay, from what upskilling with a digital skill, right? Just something that will captivate their first interest, okay? Because whenever I look at ads, Facebook basically show you the first two sentences, and then other sentence becomes what under see more. So when people scroll, they should always be able to be captivated by your first sentence, and also by your image or your video. So you have to ensure that your primary text is well placed. Okay, now in your primary text also, if you have features you want to highlight, you highlight them. If you have benefits you want to highlight, you highlight them. And also make use of emojis. All right, for instance, you want to make features, you put the good emojis, you also highlight all of those things there. Right, let's say for instance, get a good job by upskilling. Okay, right? Get a good job. And someone will say, okay, I want to get a good job by upskilling. Okay, right? Or you can coin it in your own. Get a good job, get a digital skill for better job and career. So all of these things are something that will attract someone's attention at the first time. What benefit will this thing be to me? You see it. Then you cannot go down to see all the features or all the programs we are offering, or all the features and all the programs of your product or your service. So all of those things should be outlined. And very importantly, your contacts, your phone number, your email, your address should also be on the platform. Very important. Another thing you can also add is what we call the hashtags. Hashtags simply means, like for instance, you want to tag a particular tag. Like for instance, you can say, okay, this is hashtag digital skill, hashtag this, hashtag that, so that you can at least make your posts become very much visible online. Right? So you have to put all of those things in this section. Okay. So now after you have done that, the next thing you're going to go is to headline text. All right, what's headline? Headline simply means the underlying text that's come beneath your creative. So you can change that. For instance, say chat with us to enroll. All right. All right. So when you have done setting up your ad, you look at your preview. Now, if you look at this, you see that the different placements for Instagram Reels, Instagram profile feed, how it will preview in these different placements. All right. Chat on WhatsApp. Okay. Send WhatsApp message. This is your video. This is your flyer or your video that will show over here. Then you see also your primary text will also show. So once you are done with all of these, next thing you have to do is to click on publish. Right? So these are just the different placements on how your ads are going to show on different placements in your campaign. Right? So we're going to go over and then click on publish. Once this is published, if you have money in your account, your money will be deducted daily based on your daily budget. If you don't have money, it is going to show you to add your payment method and also to credit your account, because it's from your wallet that your money will be removed daily. Now your ad is going to go into ad review. In ad review, Facebook is going to know if this ad is eligible or not. Now, after ad review, you do not go to what's called learning phase. It's going to learn your ad and to know who they can send this ad directly to. So once the ad is not stable, it will not be active and running. So thank you very much for being there. Please try this and get me feedback in the comment section below, or chat us up through our channels. Subscribe and follow us. Ciao.